Hello everyone, hello and welcome to more of the Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium with the Rise of X expansion, I should say. I'm the Black Shadow. Welcome to the Tabletop Simulator with over 100 players across the world participating. We are coming to the very back end of the group stages now, so there's not been any games for a couple of days or so being uploaded. Schedules for me and CJ just haven't particularly meshed well with the games going on, but we've got a glutton of them coming to you as the group stages comes to a close over the next few days or so. This is Group D. Here's a little look at the table for you here. This is an unusual table. An unusual group, really, I should say. This group is actually 7 players. All other groups are 8. This is due to a very late dropout, so I had to make some modifications to the group here. But this is all very, very tight here. Today's game featuring Pegarteas, Shadowblade, Nurgles, and Elzarius. Everyone has a game to play. Pegarteas is the only person with 2 remaining here, and there's a lot on the line here. Savfk has qualified probably to some respects. Just needs to get like a couple of points in his last game, and he should make it through to the quarters here. So Elzarius definitely fighting for that, but Pegarteas, Nurgles, Shadowblade are all really super close. Let's have a look at the Imperium row for this game here, and it is stacked. Pegarteas, Guild Administrator, Ixian Engineer, The Voice, and Kwisatz Haderach on the opening 5. That is going to tempt some big card draws getting involved there. As for our techs, we have got Holtzman Engine, Artillery, and Spy Satellites opening up here. Just need them to put me as the GM so you guys can see what's going on here. So, Nurgles gets first position here. So we are going to be having a look at picks. We've got Helena picking up for Shadowblade, which is, you know, always pretty solid. I think typically now the game's going to be going for a phase of going through someone taking either Helena or Kaz. There's a lot of power being granted, so basically just getting hold of having control of the Imperium road, disrupting people's plans, which I get and totally makes sense. Baron Harkonnen gets picked by Pegarteas in 3rd position, interestingly. Opts for the usual 2 things. Out of all the games we've covered, we have not seen the Baron once go away from Fremen and Space and Guild, which is noble. Yuna picked for 2nd. Yuna's been a revelation this tour. Yuna has done exceptionally well so far. She's been very strong, very powerful. I believe she is actually outscoring the Baron in this tournament compared to the last one where he was miles in front here, so that's fascinating. And then Nurgles with the last to pick here. There's lots of good choices here. You know, everything's fine. Tesia does come up, obviously. I think that's the one problem when you decide to pick Baron in, like, 3rd spot, is that you are asking for a Tesia Vernius to come after you. It's a direct counter pick, and that is going to make life pretty difficult for the Baron. So that is going to be that. We're going to get ourselves underway. Let's see how we get them rocking and rolling. And, well, Yuna gets a pretty awkward opening hand here. But she's going to be fortunate in the fact that everyone's got really, really good ones, especially Tesia, who will be actioning first here. So, Yuna is going to be able to get to smuggling, at least. Might even consider early revealing, perhaps, or maybe getting a tech negotiation she can get there to get back up to 5 persuasion, maybe to look up Pyder, you know, or something like The Voice and Guild Admin, though, are particularly strong here. I don't know what... don't know what's going on here. Oops. Helena playing out of turn here. It is definitely Tesia going first here. So Tesia opting for immediate still suits. Wow. Interesting. So has the signet ring. Now this is kind of curious. So obviously she has the signet ring. So Tesia's logic here is she'd rather go to somewhere not fold space so that he can like use the action of the signet ring. In order to, like, get more use out of her actions. But this is just going to allow someone just to get straight to to get to fold space. And it's going to be the one person you didn't want to give access to, which is the Baron, because Yuna can't get there. So that is... I get what Tesia's doing. We do have... Oh my gosh, look at this! It's the skirmish combat with the bump! Baron Harkonnen should just absolutely bomb Hardy Warriors here. Absolutely bomb it. That is 100% the play to make you with double daggers. You have to do it. I mean, Tesia didn't do it. I know Fold Space is sitting there, but, like, your Hardy Warriors, you probably lock up shipping. Oh, but he goes Fold Space. I don't know. I think I still go Hardy Warriors, even though Fold Space is still open, as ridiculous as it is. So that is taken there. Maybe he might find a way back to Hardy Warriors here. Only Helena has a faction access card, and she's going to use a signet ring first, which we saw earlier. So this is actually going to work out for the Baron. He's going to get both spots he wants here, which is pretty ridiculous. Helena gets access to know their ways. must use the signet ring on a card here. So we'll pull away Piter. Looks like she's going to be going tech negotiation here. Puts in a load of troops here, trying to win the combat. It is not going to work, but picks up the Fremen Bond, which is pretty good. So this is the problem with Tesia. Like, I think you still just go full space because you're just blocking anyone else getting there. But that is what it is. So Tesia's going to go tech negotiation here to stay at 4. Bene Gesserit Initiate turns up as the next card here. Kind of interesting to see what Tesia's going to decide to pull. But yeah, I get the logic here. You know, because you'd rather go full space, but it's like, you know, you're getting 2 like board actions rather than doing full space. It doesn't do a lot for you, but getting the full space cards are not bad. They are really useful. But never mind. So Yuna up here. Yuna cannot go to might go Mentat here, and she does, and pulls Seek Allies. Now that's interesting. An unexpected play here from Yuna here, but I would have considered just straight declaring, take guild admin, take the voice. That's a pretty good setup for you. You've got your couple of cash, you just smuggle next turn and get Swordmaster, but Yuna wants to get some board action going on here, which is reasonable enough. Back to the Baron. Oh, wait, no, the Baron, I thought he had double diplomacies. I completely misread. I do apologize. I thought his signet ring was that, so... but Baron might well still win this combat, potentially. He's going to be interesting here. Has double daggers. Probably is going to put them all in here. So, Helena is going to go to... Yeah, here we go. And she's going to go tech negotiation, as was the plan, to get hold of Piter. And then that will happen there. But Baron Harkonnen is going to win the combat here, and he's going to get immediate Interstellar. Tesia Vernier is deciding to play kind of cute early on. I think I would have just gone straight into combat, you know, with Baron. You can't let him win this opening combat here, especially by not blocking full space as well. Super dangerous. Tesia is going to pick up Guild Admin, revealing Gene Manipulation. Wow, that's a big card here. Also taking the voice with her full persuasion. Yuna is going to have another action here with Seek Allies. I would just go Wealth. Go Wealth, and then use your Signet Ring next turn to go Smuggling. And then just cash in your Swordmaster, and you're done. Like, there's absolutely no reason not to do this. So there we go. 3 Solaris there, very nice. Baron Harkonnen is going to get the 2 here, and he's going to take this one down. So, happy days for him. Yuna is on his right, though, which is a little awkward. Yuna will want to go shipping it when possible. Helena goes for Piter. That is done. And then it is back to Yuna. Yuna's got 4 to buy here. Can I keep seeing what they're going to pick up? Gene Manipulation looks pretty good here. I would definitely be taking that. Bene Gesserit Initiate is also not bad, but I think Gene Manipulation is the way to go. Space Traveler's also turned up, but I think out of the 3 strength cards here, there is only one clear choice. Wow. I'm amazed by that. Okay. Well, so be it. Yuna's going to go for card draw rather than card trashing. I don't think I agree that decision, but here we are. So, Baron's going to win this one. He will take the spice and the obvious spacing bump, so he's going to rock and roll there. And now Tesia's going to find it very difficult to get this second bump. That's the problem here. You know, by not just... I think... You know, as I've mentioned in previous videos, my personal belief, if you're playing as Tesia or Baron, and it's an influence bump skirmish, you just bomb Hardy Warriors immediately. I think the rewards for it are worth it in the long run, but hey-ho. So Tesia's going to obviously go smuggling here to cash in, I would imagine. Yep, and does, and will take the cash. Yep, got scripting to make everything work nicely. Thank you very much, Murphy's Law. Your mod is fantastic. So interesting to see what Yuna's going to do once she goes dagger here to the whatchamacallit, to the Swordmaster. Curious to see what she's going to play with her diplomacy. Steel Suits looks really good for Yuna, but it has to still be open when she gets it. It seems difficult. Baron here might go fold space. I'm not immediately against Baron Harkonnen actually going fold space to diplomacy here and just trying to block other people out of it. Because no one really has a way of catching up with you. There's no memo corders. No one else is going to be able to ship particularly. No one's catching with that. Tesia's already used her ring. But he's going to pick up... he's going to go instead of straight away. I don't know if I like that. This is guaranteed to you regardless. Like, no one's going to be able to ambush you. Are you that concerned that Tesia is going to... How would Tesia ever be able to ambush you there? She's not going to. I would have liked to have seen some other action with diplomacy, probably, first. Do something with that. Whatever you fancy, you know, steel suits, anything like that. But decides against it. Helena goes immediately for spy satellites and takes it. Now, that's an interesting decision to go there. Always committing. She's going to need to pay the spice, of course, to do that. And that does reveal memo quarters. And now Tesia Verdes can actually get hold of it. Wow. Wow, that's pretty insane. Tesia Vernius might decide to go Wealth and might even go Dreadnought here and pick up memo quarters. That's kind of sickening that that's turned up there. Like, that's huge for Tesia. It's a committing to play to do that. Also, Full Space is still there because Helena never went there, so I guess you don't need to do that. But I would have liked to have said that would have been pretty cool. Discards the dagger for the spice here. So we'll get hold of that. Wow. Memicles is still sitting there. That is going to be a target. One of these two players is going to go for that. That is, they might well potentially cash out Memicles here. Good to see who makes the dive for that first. Baron can't get there currently. Here comes the, Ooh, now this is interesting. Yuna opting just to take Mentat and then Swordmaster. So Yuna has intentions of taking the combat. It is the Siege of Carthage, which is a fantastic combat for turn 2. Even more valuable when you've got Helena in. Because you are going to have turns where you're going to get multiple coins out of Carthage in a round. Especially considering that Helena's first action of this game was Carthage. Went there immediately. So I think that's setting the story. Like, she's going to be going there quite a lot. So we'll see what happens here. By Guild Ambassador has also turned up in the Imperium row here, which is pretty insane. Baron is going to be picking this up here. He has 5 persuasion. I think he's going to make a fight for that. It's going to be tough to catch up there. Tessie's going to have work to do. Might end up trying to pick memo quarters as a way to combat that. We're going to see, you know, bear in mind, Baron is going to have access to interstellar shipping first next turn, unless he pulls like a... Well, he will do. Like, he can't draw a crazy hand that won't let him do it. Baron's just going to go Wealth here. He's just going to kind of build up. I think Baron is looking to cash... If he does this, I think that's signaling he's going to take cash from shipping next turn to lock up his Swordmaster. I think that's pretty much a statement of where that's looking to go. Which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. Helena has her diplomacy. She feels like she should use it. Lots of options here. Steel suits make sense. Great flat. It's going to put Tesia in a bit of pressure here as to what she wants to do. Again, there's also not been anyone jumping the combat, though Yuna is going to win this combat. I think that's pretty much unavoidable. Also, blocking the steel suits from Yuna, which she really did want. That was a big, big space for her. It has been denied. So, Helena getting there first. So what do you want to do here as Tesia? Do you cash out Great Flat now for 4 spice and just have 6? Put in 2 troops? I'm actually not against that. Just having 6 spice, like you're targeting Holtzman turn 3, which is huge. You could go for Conspire if you want to make a Solari rush. But looks like she's going to go Hagar Basin instead. Not completely commit all to the water, which is curious. I think I would have been tempted to do so. But decides against it here. I think you have to put in both, knowing that Yuna is going to be using both her daggers here, because she's now going to pick up Swordmaster, obviously. And you're going to force her to use maximum resources in order to win this combat. Like, she will win the combat. But will she? Hold on. Oh, Yuna has no access to a city. And she can't go Hardy Warriors. It's been blocked. Ooh. This is interesting. Baron picks up Guild Ambassador, as you would expect. Fremmenkamp turns up as the next card here. It's a huge card. Really big. He's going to reveal for 4 here. I have a funny feeling Helena is actually targeting Research Station. She's going to wait for her deck to cycle around, and if it's a decent enough start, like she gets both Conspirings, I think she might actually go Research Station and Tech Negotiation to pick up her Kwisatz. I have a funny feeling that's what she's going to do here. I don't know why. Just call it a hunch. Has 4 to buy. 5 to buy. So, Ixion Engineer is there if she wants it. Fremmenkamp's there. Gym Manipulation seems like an automatic take here for Helena to trash the deck, especially if you're looking to go Kwisatz here. Yeah, seems automatic. Picks up a liaison as well. Again, I think this is a Kwisatz target. It just feels like it to me that research station is coming. Maybe Tesia read the room here and realized that was what was going on, in which case, good stuff. Tesia reveals for free, picks up space travel. Interesting choice for Tesia. I think that's a statement saying that she's prepared to fight Baron viciously for the Spacing Alliance there. Very interesting. And then Yuna. Yuna can't win this combat. She can't do it. The best she can do is tie and deny Tesia. But she'd have to go Imperial Basin and put 2 troops in to tie. So it'd be 2 troops for 3 spice and an intrigue. This isn't bad. What else are you going to do with your diplomacy here? The only other option you've got is to go secrets. Which isn't great, to be honest. I actually think I would strongly consider just tying up here. And taking 3 spice and the intrigue. I don't think that's a bad result. Just reveals! Wow! And takes a guild chief admin. Well, it's all happening here. Some interesting starts going on here. So, Tesia is going to win Karlfag with 2 troops and 4 strength, which is nuts. I have no idea how that's happened. Allied Armada turns up for her later. She just bought Spice Allies. That's kind of unfortunate. Bad times. Okay then, so we're rock and rolling to turn 3. Arakeen now, the other city immediately coming up here, so there's going to be a lot of money potential here for whoever can get hold of these stuff. Helena has got Kwisatz. She's pulled Paita and G-Manip and Convincing, so she will get access to Kwisatz Haderach this turn. Doesn't even have to go to Research Station here. She can literally just go to like Signet Ring to Great Flat, take the spice, set him aside, and he is secure. No threat about that. So Drew high here. Baron has a bit of an awkward-ish hand. Both his daggers. He wants to go shipping here. However, he can't Signet Ring and ship to get hold of his Swordmaster, because if he pays for the Solari, he won't be able to do it. He'd be in this weird spot where he almost would have to go smuggling in order to be able to get the intrigue as well, because you get the extra Solari, pays for it, and then allow Tesia to get hold of Interstellar, which you're not going to do here. Never feels great to use fold space to Interstellar, so I think he's just going to use Signet Ring, and he's just going to deny and just turn down taking that. He will take Memo Quarters here, 100%, and he's going to take the influence bump. He's going to immediately rush the Alliance here. He will take that. Oh, that gives him the money, actually. That will give him the cash so he can actually buy Signet Ring and buy his intrigue, because he'll take the cash with the Spacing Guild. So I guess this also works. So that is secure. That puts Guild Ambassador online, which is going to be a huge concern for players here. Tesia is going to have to get to work, but it's going to be difficult for Tesia to pursue here without, like, committing elsewhere. So I'm interested to see what Tesia's plan is. Now that Memo Quarters is also gone. Here comes the buy for the intrigue. Obviously, super strong. Picks up reinforcements. That's pretty good. That's a nice early game pickup there to have in your hand. And you can kind of have that for almost whenever you want there. That's pretty nice. Helena is going to pick up the Imperial Basin here. And then she's going to Signet Ring to... I think she might even Signet Ring Great Flat here. And use the ring to put aside Quizzer. And just have a ton of spice. And then just look to target Holtzman. I think that's going to be Helena's way here, and then she's going to just try and buy and just try and win with Spiceless Flows. That seems a pretty reasonable strategy here. I've got no issues with that. I don't know if anyone else was actually going Imperial Base. I mean, Yuna maybe. Yuna's got a weird hand. Tesia has a very big decision to make already. How she wants to proceed here. If she really wants to, she could go Fold Space, but it feels kind of bad. I think you're in this weird spot. You feel, like, pressured to, like, you feel like the only person that's ever going to take a stand against the Baron is you. So if you're going to do it, you've kind of got to set up your stall early and threaten it. And if he decides to accelerate, you can... I think you actually consider doing it. The idea being that you could always Signet Ring your influence away from Spacing Guild if he just goes out of reach. And you can use that to power your other tracks anyways. One of the Tesia's strengths here. Goes smuggling instead. So she's prepping up for next turn Interstellar to get hold of her Swordmaster. Interesting to see if if Tezzy will consider doing that. It doesn't feel great initially, but I wouldn't be against it. Yuna is going to use Recon first. Not going to use the Initiate here. Going to reserve the abilities here. Picks up Finesse. That's not bad. I mean, that's pretty handy for her, actually. Allows her to potentially get to kind of accelerate getting to Interstellar shipping here. Here comes, of course, Swordmaster, as we expected. Helena's going to be up here. So I expect to see Helena Signet ringing to Great Flat, taking the Spice. And that's 9 Spice in Kwisatz Haderach in hand, which is a good place to be. She might Signet ring elsewhere, but I would be stunned to see that. I think this is the time just to take the Spice. 5 Spice is totally fine. And no one can block you from getting to... You're guaranteed to get Holtzman. No one else realistically is going there. She might be slightly worried that Tezia might consider going Holtzman. She has enough Spice to get it. But I wouldn't be worried too much about that. I wouldn't be too heavily concerned. All you know is you're doing Signet Ring to do something. And it just seems like Great Flat is the choice here. Yeah, okay. Goes Carfag as well. Now, this is already... Look at this. So, already, Tezia is printing money at a Carfag. And then, I suppose this is a statement here. So, Helena has several times gone Carfag, like, already. Like, kind of when other options were available here. Which is curious. Which is definitely curious. So, I guess Helena's going to just bank on getting hold of Great Flat next turn, I suppose, instead. Which I suppose is also fine. Like, it's not in, like, immediate danger, but, you know. I would have preferred just getting the Spice and calling it a day and just moving on here. I don't feel going to Carfag does a huge amount for you. Really. Like, Baron's going to put in some troops here, most likely, and try and take some of that cash. Feels like a little bit expectant, this. Picks up Private Army anyways, so plenty of Spice turning up here. But it's going to have to use it. She might even... I mean, she obviously can't use Allied Armada, but Private Army might well accelerate her to a victory here. She's kind of insane. Yuna might end up using Finesse to defend, though. Can we just see what happens here? Paita in hand will get a sword. Could see an Arakeen tie. Tezia, meanwhile, has to start using diplomacy. It's so awkward. Like, I mean... Steel Six doesn't do a lot for you here. Hardy Warriors feels awkward. Selective Breeding is not an outrageous choice here at all. False Face is really committing. But it puts the Frighteners on the Baron. And, like, you will ship next turn, and you can equalize with the Baron, and you can put him under pressure here. I really believe you've got to fight tooth and nail with Baron here. The fact he's got Guild Ambassador. You're basically... I think you're forced to... You know, you're never forced. She's just going to take the water here. I don't like this, though, because you're only getting water and influence, and it's like... I don't know, I don't particularly like this. I don't think you're doing enough of your actions, and you're never getting to... You're never getting to Great Flat here. So what are you doing with the water? Interesting to see. Powerplay did turn up as well. Worm Riders has appeared on the deck. Yuna's got a couple of actions here. Yuna should just get involved in fighting here. I don't think she should mess around too much. Could go Mentat for the double draw. Goes to Arakeen instead. I think this is a better option. So gets 2 draws. Picks up Conspiring, Convincing, and Dune Desert Planet. Oh, my apologies. Didn't get either, actually. So that's pretty nice. Has 7 Persuasion on hand here. And picks up a Signet Ring, though. Can't do anything with it at the moment. Wow. Yuna just throws him in. Wow, you're that worried about the Baron. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big fan of committing that heavily into this fight here. I don't know. I think that feels a little much. Don't know if I particularly like that. Unless you're intending to go to Arakeen playing with yourself. But even so, it's like... Don't know. I'm not a huge fan of throwing them in. Like, I'm happy throwing one in, but I think both is a little extreme, especially when you've got hold of Finesse anyways. I know you want to use that for other things, but still. So Fold Space is coming up here. Maybe Baron might take the opportunity to go Fold Space himself and just lock up this alliance and just make it completely untouchable. And then no one is ever going to challenge you. Because you can just lock it up almost whenever you want here. And Guild Ambassador is, like, safe for the rest of the game. I think there's enough long-term benefit in just the knowledge that your alliance is safe and no one's ever getting there. But he might be tempted to go cash here. Reinforcements isn't really good for him, though, right now. He's obviously interested in... He's already got his Swordmaster, so maybe High Council is the plan. Memo Quarters is also a consideration here, but to be honest, you don't often, with Memo Quarters, actually pick up the extra victory point. It's pretty hard to do, getting free influence of all factions. It's a tough thing to be able to achieve here. So, Helena reveals and obviously picks up Quizzits. She would not be using Private Army here. Looks like she's going to get potentially a pretty cheap second place here. Unless Unifro's in. No, Funa's already in. Wow, Foresight for Wild and Caduceus, pretty good. Smuggler's Fopton's also turned up here. Surely Tesia takes this. Automatic pick and does... Oh my god, Foam Grip turns up! Foam Grip turns up and Helena's... Oh my god, and Helena's just gonna buy it! Oh, what a reveal! And Baron can't grab it! He's one short! Oh my goodness me. Firm Grip in Helena's hand is absurdly strong. Wow, that is ridiculous. One of Yuna's best cards in the game as far as I'm concerned, Firm Grip. An absolute monster of a card. Finds its way to the deck and it's exclusive and no one's taking it. Wow, what a ridiculous pull. Good times for Yuna Moritani here. Interesting to see what Yuna's going to do here with her action here. Can't go Siege. Not a lot of good spaces here, unfortunately. I would not be against just going tech negotiation and taking artillery. Oh, pays the cash in order to try and cycle again. Finds Guild Chief Admin. That's going to get her to Fold Space. And this is going to eventually get her access to... This is going to get her access to whatever she particularly wants. Interstellar shipping, if she uses Guild Chief Admin. Surely she does here. She could reveal potentially for the bump, but Fold Space seems like a much stronger choice here, and will do so. Has a chance to discard and trash, and does with the Doom card. Gets it out of there, and reveals the 5, and Firm Grip. Merry Christmas. Automatic pick there. Sorry, the camera went a little bit there. My apologies. So that's going to be combat. Yuna will take Arakeen. Expensive, I do feel. And Helena, he's going to get a very cheap second place here. Kind of amazed that she got away with that. We'll move ourselves on to round 4. Alright. It is the Guild Bank Raid up next. Now, interesting one this. A couple of characters already have their Swordmasters, and Helena's pretty close to it too. And she can actually get hold of access to it immediately. If she wants to go Wealth, she will be able to lock it up here. So that looks pretty good. And going Wealth now just feels always better because Yuna has Firm Grip, and that's something you do not want to allow if you can help it. That is so good for her. Might Yuna Moritani be the one to ultimately challenge the Baron's alliance here? Interesting. Baron does have Guild Chief Admin, a Guild Ambassador in his hand here, so he's going to want to be picking up the spice. So Hagar Basin seems likely. I don't see that getting blocked. Signet Ring, Hagar Basin, throw a couple of troops in, looks pretty good here. But Helena is up first. Yeah, I think just Wealth Swordmaster and go from there, like, can't be bad. You want to get that online. You've got Quizzats. I think that can never be a bad thing here. You know, it's a bit of a setup turn, but it's Guild Bank Raid. It's not one you particularly necessarily care about fighting for heavily. So I think this is a good turn in order to set yourself up with here. Tesia's got Voice. Guild Admin's there. Fold Spaces there. Lots going on. Baron's got a Signet Ring, as he said. Yuna's got Diplomacy and a Signet Ring here. But again, the ring's not doing anything at the moment. Interesting to see what Tesia's going to do. Does she voice to Interstellar shipping? Or does she go Guild Chief Admin? Kind of depends what Helena does. If Helena goes Wealth, I would probably voice instead of shipping and block Swordmaster. If she didn't, I would probably use Guild Chief Admin instead and start culling the deck down. Goes Mentat. Wow, that is an interesting play. She's going to rely on Mentat instead of going Swordmaster here. More interested in the card draw, just trying to get as many spins of Kwisatz as possible. Interesting. Well, Guild Chief Admin it is then. Guild Chief Admin instead of shipping. Get rid of one of your discards. Get it out of there. Start trimming the deck. Is she going to voice up anyways? Is she going to voice up smuggling here? She is! That's exactly what's going on. Holtzman Engine is incoming here. That must be what's coming. I don't see what else it could possibly be, so just going to secure that up there. Holtzman will be taken by Elzarius. So Yuna here with no resources to her name whatsoever, in any way, shape, or form, is going to go Arakeen here and just start kind of getting things up and running. Finds convincing arguments are pretty good. Just going to throw in the troop now, which is usually a statement saying that you have no intentions of going to further combat spaces is the problem. Obviously, she doesn't because, like, diplomacy and 2 daggers, so that's a bit awkward. The only place she'd go is, like, steel suits, which isn't doing a lot for her right now. Yuna's in a bit of an awkward spot. Yuna's going to hold on to finesse. She's going to wait for the right opportunity to take advantage of that. So, Baron is up. Yeah, as I said, I think Signet Ring, Hager Basin, or even Dune Hager Basin, both are fine. But you should be going 100% Hager Basin here. Get your spice. Get ready for Guild Admin to pay for that. And get a couple of troops in while you're at it. I think that is, like, just... I don't really see too much else to do. You have no faction access, which is awkward. Carthag is there, but I think you don't particularly want to risk your spice. You also... bear in mind as well, the Baron has still not masterstroked at this point. It hasn't happened, which is very curious here. He has no way of doing it. And bear in mind, when the Baron does masterstroke, he will get an extra bump with the Spacing Guild. So... Baron in theory needs to find one more bump with the spacing somewhere, and that would be guaranteed basically safe, you would imagine. He's going to find that 6 bump somewhere or another. Baron looking up techs here. I mean, artillery's not bad. Artillery's never a bad thing here, but yeah, Hager Basin just feels like an automatic open here, and you go from there. And that is indeed what's going on. Maybe he's trying to, like, threaten going holo projectors here, but I don't think people are going to buy it. Only puts in the 1. Now, that's curious. So, going to keep a couple of troops in, obviously, for Masterstroke at some point. Here comes Conspire from Helena. We'll use that to, obviously, get the Pharaoh Bump Protect. Again, more combat cards here by Master Tactician. So, Helena, with all the fighting here in the world, she wants to be taking some combats down here. That's going to be big for her. Helena... I think should definitely be looking to... I would probably even consider getting more committed with this combat and trying to, like, get, like, some good money out of it here. And just kind of put the squeeze on everyone else. Maybe even go, like, a couple of Dreadnoughts. Go for a Dreadnought maybe at some point. Pick it up. And just be a real menace in combat. So she's going to take this down. Again, I don't think there's any way she doesn't take Holtzman Engine. And I expect that's what we'll see. And she does. Now, I guess you probably take the Solari here. I guess you kind of have to, and kind of force Helena to take it. Tezia effectively at one spice here. That is a 4 cost, courtesy of the -2 with shipping. Oh, it has a negotiator as well, actually, so it gets 1 bonus here. Nobles is having some lag here, everyone, so I apologize for this. His connection is losing its mind. So he's still going to have a couple of spice in the bank, which is pretty nice. So a 3 cost in the end. No, Tezia's taking... Is she taking the spice? Actually, she is. She's going to take the spice here. Oh, I like this. Ooh, I like this. Yes, taking the boat with the Fremen to secure the extra water here. I like this. This is nice. This is, I think this is clever. And trashing the dune here. A couple of troops in there. There's going to be a little bit of concern for later on. Very good. All right, then. So, Una is up again. So, Una's kind of an awkward hand here. I would be going wealth. I think almost 100%. You could just go straight fold space now, but you've got finesse. Yeah. No, I think this is a little bit of a clue to the opponents here, noticing that you're going wealth instead of fold space. It's right there, and you think you just lock it up. So, I do think that gives away your intrigue a little bit, and kind of indicating what it is. So that is a bit of an issue. It's a minor problem, I guess, but it's worth just noting that you see something like that. Whenever you see someone make kind of a weird play, there's usually a reason for it. So might be a little bit of a tell there. Baron is going to be up. Baron, I think, might consider trying to target this. Maybe with reinforcements, he's going to feel, and obviously his spice is going to be going towards guild admin. He's going to feel like he needs to compensate with that with being higher in Solari. To mitigate the fact he's never going to have much spice or techs. So I think he's going to get involved here at Carthag. And it looks like that's what's going to happen here. Shuttle Fleet also, by the way, has turned up on the deck. Huge card here, potentially. Really big card. Master Tactician for the Baron here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Baron just put in one troop. And kind of like, again, he wants to keep the 2 in garrison so he can Master Stroke at a later point. Probably Master Stroke next combat if he can. I would not be surprised to see this. But he's thinking about it yet and does. Yeah, I think this is totally fine. And then Una, I think, should probably tech negotiate here. Get to 5 persuasion and use that for power play. And that coupled with firm grip and finesse could really do damage to the Baron here. I think that's what we might end up seeing. And I think that would be super, super cool. The problem with Una is if she's going to challenge the Alliance for the Spacing Guild, she has to get to 6. 5 is not enough. She must find a way to 6 points, and find a way to 6 points, like, instantly. That is definitely a thing that's got to happen here. So she should be calculating for that and just keeping it in mind. Tessie here is going to reveal for 4... and then disconnect there. Oops. Okay, so Tessie is coming back. So reveals for 4. Doesn't buy anything. Wow, surprising. Tessie had passed up on Fremencap. Not interested. Interesting decision. Unit spending to take a High Council. Putting that in the bag. So has higher intentions as Una Moritani here, I guess. Some spice plans in the future. Which means Baron's going to get his way to tech negotiation, which he should do. Just to see what he's going to pull here and decide if he wants to take anything. Like, training drones looks pretty good. It's only round 4, so you're going to get probably 4 or 5 hits of training drones. You know, that's pretty decent. And considering how much firepower Helena's got here, I know artillery's there, and you can get it for free. And you can get it for no spice cost, and obviously that's a thing. Of course, if he buys training drones, he can't pay Guild Ambassador, so that is a bit of a problem with this here. But I don't really think artillery's doing anything for you here. I would just put a negotiator down. I'd be brutally honest, and I think he's going to opt to do so. Yeah, that's exactly what happens here. Puts it down. And we'll bag up for later. Takes the intrigue. Finds charm shares. That's pretty decent, but unfortunately he is kind of conflicted with your reinforcements. It's going to be a little bit careful there. Helena will be has an action still. So if Helena wants to win this combat, she can. Trip to Carthag will do it. Secrets is basically not going to be lost here. But I would probably be... I don't know. You've got the diplomacy. Some of the things that we care about Spice Satellites. Just because you've got Spice Satellites doesn't mean you should not be visiting faction spaces. You should still consider doing it. And yeah, just going to bank some water here, I guess. Yeah, I think this is fine. and use this to put in a couple of troops. And then probably look to use Tactician to get us over the line here. Could see a tie, very possibly, from Baron and Helena here. Both throwing Tactician at this. Could be interesting. So Helena's going to reveal for 6. Should 100% be taking power play here. I don't think there's any reason not to be taking it here. And that's super, super good for her. And looks like she's going to. Oh, tempted by Fremen Camp and Imperial Spy. I think this is better, though. I think this is far stronger. Nogos is playing on a laptop currently. He's not where he would normally be playing this game, hence he's having some connection issues here. Yeah, Yuna is like got a serious opportunity to steal this alliance from the Baron here. He's not going to be too concerned at the moment, but he should be. So the reveal will come in here. And he will reveal and take the ambassador points. He's going to take him to 5 here, so puts him in the lead. Free precision to buy. Interesting to see what he's going to pick up. I suspect we'll see Guild Administrator also taken from the Baron to look to benefit with shipping. Imperial Spy is also an option, but I imagine we'll see that. It does go for the Imperial Spy. Okay, so it looks like he's going to target both alliances here. He feels he's happy on one. He's going to try and get on top of the other one and increase his intrigues here. I think it's a little ambitious. We'll see what happens here. So, free to buy for Helena. Helena probably should be taking Guild Chief Admin here. Has not done any trashing so far. Needs to start working on that. I think Guild Chief Admin might be where you do it. But you have no shipping access, though. You've not gone anywhere near it. So, that loses value. She might just decline. But no, decides to do it. Chow Directorship turns up in the deck. That is going to be potentially huge given this game. Tessie Avernus is going to be looking at with awe and glee. Has the water for a research station trip. That's going to be dangerous. Yuna as well might be lined up as well. So, yep, they're going to tie here and both save their Master Tactician. Happy to take the 4 Solari each here. A couple for Yuna. And we'll move on to the next round, which is going to be raid stockpiles. A little bit late here on turn 5. This is going to be another one. This could be a little bit on the quiet side. People building up for the conflict freeze, which are incoming here. See what picks up here. Helena picks up Piter. Wow, and Signet Ring. Oh my goodness me, Helena could take Chow Directorship, and I think she should. Just because you got Spy Satellites doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking Chow Directorship, as far as I'm concerned. Because, you know, ultimately you can take it, and you can still trash Spy Satellites for the for free spice for a point, so... And getting that means someone else doesn't. So a lot of people with interest here. Yuna finds Firm Grip. Yuna finds all sorts of cards in her hand. She's a massive, massive hand here. Baron has drawn Awkward. Baron doesn't draw any shipping whatsoever. Can't even go if he wanted to. He's going to be glad that that Tessie is going first. Tessie has Smuggler's Thopter, so that... wow, this could be interesting. This might see this to instead of shipping, and that might force Helena's hands here if she really wants Charm Directorship here. She has no persuasion, but she can just Signet Ring, I suppose. So what am I talking about? So never in any danger. Just Signet Ring Directorship, and I think that is going to be taken. That's going to be pretty significant. It's kind of bad news. If anything, that probably helps the Baron out if as much as anything else, though. So that is a problem. It will also get Helena the Friend Alliance as well, it should be noted. As it stands. So Yuna is up here. Yuna, I think, needs to be firm gripping here straight away. Firm grip wealth. Take the point there. Put the point on fold space. You're setting up your instead of shipping for next turn. And I think you have to start getting ready to challenge the Spacing Alliance. You've got to start putting the Baron on his heels here. Would love to see the bump on the spacing. Go on. That's the one. Yes, really nice. Good choice there from Elzarius. I think this is good. I think this is good. That's going to start making... Baron's not going to be sweating yet, but he knows power plays in Elzarius' deck here. That's going to make him a touch nervous. He's going to be a little uncomfortable here, and he has no... Unless he goes forward space here, just to shore up the alliance, which he doesn't... I don't think he wants to do, but might consider doing it and just say, this is just a real bum hand. His hand is so bad that, like, he's got diplomacy and then, like, a city visit, I guess, and that's probably about all he's going to really muster here. He might just, like, say, screw it, and just take Fold Space and just shore up the Alliance. He does also have Hardy Warriors if he wants to, but he can't, he has no water. Wow, Ghost High Council. Okay. All happening here. So Helena surely's got to go great flat here. Somehow there's 7 spies here in this deck. But look at this, she's counting. And Helena is looking at a channel directorship here, 100% of this. So she's going to go great flat, take the 7 spies, and she's going to put directorship aside here. Yep, there you go. Now, should we know, Tezia, as it turns out, was nowhere near taking it. So she's not going to be completely upset about this. Nowhere near. So, that is that. But it'd be interesting if Helena still takes directorship or not. Might just yeet it, but I think she still should take it for the bumps. So, Tezia is 1 short still of picking up her, whatever you want to call it, her stuff, her Swordmaster, which isn't there. I would like seeing Dagger to Swordmaster Mentat here. Wow, he's going to go selective breeding anyways. Now, what's going on here? Is she going for Spicemas Flow? Looks like that's the case here. She's going to go for Spicemas Flow here and try and make up for the fact that Charm's going here. So 3 cards. And she will find it. That's 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 Solari. 10 Persuasion even, sorry. So, Spicemas Flow for Tezia. That's pretty nice. Obviously, he's going to start powering Holtzman Engine. That's the intention here. So, I think that's a nice little pivot there. You know, it's worked out pretty nicely for Tezia. Take it and run. And someone might go to Karthag and fund her Swordmaster anyways. Like, she doesn't have to get the Solari herself. Someone else is probably going to pay it for her. Back to Una here. What do you want to do here? There's so many options. So many options here. Curious to see what the plan is. I would not be against going Arakeen with Bene Gesserit's initiate here. Double card draw. You get 2 Solari from the space. And start building up here. I think this is a nice, just kind of like intermediary move here. Just draw a load of cards. You could go base in for 2 spies. I think that's kind of... I don't think that's as effective. You've got your fold space, though, so you kind of want to use that. Might go Mentat as well. Mentat's also the same as Arakeen, so we'll do that for the double card draw. I think it's totally fine. Finds a Signet Ring. Again, still no good at the moment. But wants to make use of both Guild Chief Admin and Fold Space, I imagine. So we're going to see use of both of them. Just see what the Gold Chief Admin plan is going to be here. What she's going to use that for. Ooh, Baron readying Hardy Warriors. But puts the troops in. Isn't going to use it yet. He's going to hold fire for now. Helena's going to get some action here. Helena calculating it out. No, wait a minute. Helena is going to yeet Charm Directorship. She has 6. Charm Directorship is out of the game. She's not going for it. Wow. Okay, so just yeeting it out there. And just getting out of the game there. That is unfortunate. So Tezzie's going to take the point anyways, which is totally fine. Here comes Fold Space for Una. Una's going to go... use that for smuggling. Just kind of prepping up here a little bit. Getting ready for next turn's Interstellar. Finds a Diplomacy card. I mean, that feels a little bit awkward. Not too happy about that, I guess. He would like to have kept that for next hand, but never mind. Baron is up here. Baron... wow, what a weird spot for the Baron here. Nothing much to do. I would not be against just going Tech Negotiation and prepping up here. Chow Murky's also on the deck here. And that was a very tempting. So I would be considering just putting a second one down. He's going to take Artillery. I just don't like this for Baron. I don't think he's getting any realistic advantage from this. He's got 2 daggers. That's about the only thing he's got. The swords. I know there's swords on deck. Stilgar, but you know, and you have high council, I guess. I don't know. I don't like Artillery for Baron in this game. I don't think it's doing enough, realistically. But that's the way we're going here. Sonic Snoopers turns up here. That's going to be of high interest to a lot of characters here. Now, here's an interesting choice for Helena. Is Helena going to consider going Piter, Tech Negotiation, take Sonic Snoopers, and just trade out a ton of things. No, she's gonna get involved. She's bought a Dreadnought, so she's gonna get involved here with the Dreadnought, and she's gonna have to start trying to take some combats down here, and start putting some pressure on, I guess. So here we go. It's gonna decide. Well, rather than cycling out her attack cards, she's gonna make use of them. So in they go. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Baron might consider using Tactician here just to kind of cycle it out and force Helena to retaliate. I expect that we might see this. Yuna's still in action here. Now, Yuna. Now, I tell you what, folks. I honestly think that... Now, you remember, of course, Yuna has Power Play somewhere in this deck. She's drawing it next turn. Is this the time to ready up Fold Space and play it now and get ready to take it with Power Play? Is this the time to do this? Or are you willing to sacrifice Interstellar Shipping to do it? No, not yet. Not yet. Picks up Water Peddler's Union. That's pretty nice for Yuna, though. She'll take that. That water is going to be handy. So that's 2 swords for the Baron. Helena's gonna... There's going to be a tie here. So Helena's going to have to use Private Army to win if she wants. She will equalize here with the sword. She has 5 to buy. Stilgar looks pretty good here and does take. Excellency taken by Baron here. Just going to go for cheap tech. So he's looking up Sonic Snoopers here. Looks like he's going to target that next turn. Pretty good for him. So, gonna reveal, take the bump. Charamel obviously out of here. Oh, Treachery turns up. Oh my goodness me. Well, I didn't even spot that. Treachery did turn up. Whoa. So 2 Alliance Link cards for Yuna here. This is huge. Baron must be starting to sweat here. He must be concerned. Combat is going to occur here. So Baron... Let's just see if Baron's going to play here. Does he pass? Or does he feel like he has to use Tactician here? I'd like to see a pass. And kind of like force Helena to spend out here. I think it's more important for her to win this combat than you. He does pass. Oh, here comes Tactician. This is really nice. So now Baron can match with his Tactician if he wants, which he should do. And then that means Helena's going to have to burn two intrigues to win this combat here. Or does he pass Tactician? Oh, no, I would be equalizing here. And just force a hand, but declines. It just offers the combat there. Interesting from Baron. I don't know. I don't particularly like that. I think you've got enough intrigue drawing power with your Signet Ring. You don't really need to. I would be putting the pressure on her and forcing her to use more intrigues. It's harder for her to get them than you. So I think I would have been trying to charge her for that, but decides not to. Lets her have it. So here we go. So Yuna has Power Play. Oh my god, what a weird hand! Oh, I didn't even realize she doesn't have a way of getting to access to what she needs. Oh my goodness gracious me. She has no shipping access. Did she not calculate? Oh, she got rid of a Doom card. Oh, Yuna Moritani, this is so awkward. What do you do here? Mentat, I guess? Oh, this is kind of disgusting. Or might we see Finesse and Fold Space with Power Play and steal the Alliance now? Can't see half of Pegarteas' hands here. It's going to go Mentat first. His hand has kind of glitched slightly. We will see it appear in a moment, folks. So Mentat taken. I think this could still happen, though. This is a big draw for her. Finds Bene Gesserit in this shit. That's a big card for her to get more card draw here. Arakine's going to be targeted. Baron finds his way to Ixion Engineer. So surely he's going to want Sonic Snoopers. I don't think anyone's going to beat him to it. Helena might consider it, but she doesn't have any particular access to this. She has to use the manipulation, which I don't think she wants to do. Oh, Baron's going to be able to trash Ixion Engineer and then use Sonic Snoopers like next turn. That's pretty big. I don't see anyone's going to get involved here. Tezia with a really bizarre hand. Really strange hand here as well, so... A lot of big decisions here. It is Cloak and Dagger is our last conflict 2 of the game here. So, Influence Bump and tons of intrigue on offer here. I think this is a more valuable combat than it looks. Given the situation of the game here, I think there could be a lot of value in people trying to win this. Tezia, the only person with troops in garrison at the moment, so she's in decent shape. I think she's gonna be looking to smuggle with Fopter if she can. Helena's not going there. Helena's just giving up on shipping this entire game. So what do you do as Helena? Like, you're not going shuttle fleet. You gave up on Chow when you could have taken it, and you declined against it. So I don't think that's happening. So what we're going to see here, just going to secure the alliance, I guess. I'm probably got Hardy Warriors, but just going to take the double water. Okay, so 3 points for Helena. She's going to use this now to put the troop in, which I don't like. I really don't like that at all. I really think you should leave that for later on. Not a fan of doing that straight away. Absolutely no need. Now he's committed. Selective breeding for Tezia here. So Tezia's going to get 2 bumps with the track here, courtesy of the snooper. Up to 6 points. Other dagger is out of here. Doesn't take the smuggling, interestingly. That was a brave call. Picks up the Spicer's Flow cards. A little bit annoying. Hand continues to get really awkward in access and what it allows to do here. But still has not got access to Swordmaster. No one might Carfag. Avoid it. That's another reason why I'm surprised she didn't go smuggling just to get the Swordmaster in here. Has not done so. Went selective first. And Mentat is gone. Tezia is sacrificing agent actions here. This is really risky. Yuna up next. Yuna surely is going to use the initiate here. She's going to wait for Baron to expend the actions, I reckon. Now does she go smuggling? I think Yuna goes smuggling here. I think the play, honestly, here is to smuggle and take the bump with the... If you want to completely commit here, you go with Yuna, you smuggle, you take the bump with the Spacing Guild, and then you prep up Finesse. Oh, she's doing it now! Oh, she's doing it now! Here it comes! Wow, didn't think this was happening straight away, but it is occurring. Here comes Finesse. Alliance stolen. Doesn't want to let the Baron reveal early to get the spice, knowing he's in danger here. So, Alliance is stolen. And that is taken there. Baron in trouble now. Baron's got to find a way to get this back, and I don't think he's going to manage it. He's in a horrible spot. He's just going to take Sonic Snoopers here, which is, I think, the right play. Get the Ixion trash and trash Sonic Snoopers afterwards. Or does he go Chow Murky? I wouldn't be against Chow Murky here, actually. I think both are fine. Shelf leads out of the price range. Sonic Snoopers gives you more pure intrigues. Now, this is interesting with Unity. I think it added 3. I don't know if it's meant to add 4. I'm not really sure anymore now with the ruling here. It's like it's supposed to be. So yeah, whenever you gain star on your turn, increase the game 1. So she should get the 3. So I think Unit is owed an extra Solari there. I'm not going to say you should get 4. That's up to the table to make that decision. Yeah, so what he's considering doing is trashing it now, but he can't do that because if he trashes it now, he loses Ixon Engineer. He has to reveal first, and this is the problem that he's got, and now he's open to secret stealing. This is a problem for the Baron. But somehow no one has access to secrets. Which is really which is really kind of a shame, really, because it's such a good license for anyone to secret steal here because of the way influences are. But there's nothing he can do. He can't use any of them. He's considering just trashing them. He's so scared about secret stealing, but I think you just have to pass. And if someone steals, they steal. It is what it is. That does reveal the situation. That pretty much says you've got X-Energy in your hand. That's the one awkwardness with the situation there. So, anyways, Helena's going to be up. So Helena has an absolute gluttony of spice here. And here comes Research Station. It's time to start trying to get Spicer's Flows and catch up with the game. Oh, but pause both daggers! That's not what she wanted. Not even remotely. That's really bad. And bear in mind, Allied Armada's going to sit in her hand for... Well, she has the Fremen Alliance, so I guess she can use it if she wants. Might end up burning it. I don't think she'll use it this turn if she need be. But yeah, that's a horrendous draw. Hyena was going for the Spiceless Flow. Not even close. Tessie is up for an action. I mean, you feel like you've got to use Thopter here to smuggle. Like, I don't really see what else you've got. You have 6 Persuasion. There are worlds you get back up to 9. Like, this is totally fine here. The pressure's off you for the Interstellar Alliance. Spacing Guild is gone. It's going to go up. Oh, and finds it. Finds the 9 Persuasion. Tessie is going to get himself second Spice with Slow. Up to 7 points here. Holtzman comes online with a backup for 8. Good times for Tessie here. Looking pretty good. A unit with the double card draw. Oh, and pulls Firm Grip now. Still can make use out of it. Needs another card, though. Needs one more. There you go. Rewards are mandatory in this game. They must be taken. Gonna put the troop in, might as well. So Firm Grip is gonna get played here, like 100%. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Firm Grip and just shoring up the Space Guild Alliance and calling it a day. I think there's nothing wrong with that at all. The power of Guild Ambassador. Obviously, Yuna would like to put it elsewhere, but there's still time in this game. There's going to be a couple of rounds. You could probably make up these time with elsewhere, but we'll see. So Baron Arconan's be glad that there was no secret stolen. It's not going to make you feel really comfortable, though. I think he's going to reveal. He might go Carfag. And I'm actually not against going Carfag and just filling... You're going to go Sonic Snoopers once you reveal. You might as well just fill your deck with as many intrigues as you can beforehand here. You're basically getting a double potential card draw in Carfag. You get to draw the card, and you can redraw it if you want. That's pretty good. And it does shore up your ability to fight in this combat. You're not realistically going to win, but just putting in that extra troop doesn't feel too bad with Tactician and Tiebreaker in hand. And I think that's what we're going to see here. And it is, yeah. I like this. Gives Solari the coin. They'll take it. Picks up Coal, which he might end up using as well, which is interesting. Yeah, here comes the extra combat here. Oh, my apologies. There was Green who was already in, so my bad. So everyone's just in one cube here, which is really weird. So this is going to be an intrigue-heavy win. Helena looks like she should probably take this down with Private Army and or Allied. It does have an action. Yeah, only has 6. High Council will not get her to 9. I think that would have been a play if she could make it Windfall, High Council. Only gets to the 8. It's no good. So you might as well do something else here. But what do you do? There's not very many options available to you. Pretty much everything's been taken. I don't think going the water is good. I think Siege Tiber is actually not a bad shout. Go Siege with G Manipulation. Start culling some cards. Get that second water. You're clearly targeting research. You can't be blocked because you're Helena. I feel like that's the best move. And then just put in the extra troop here. Like, why not? There's really... No one's really in this combat. This is up for the taking. Try and get pressure off of Allied Armada. You really want to keep Allied Armada for a future combat. You don't want to use it now. Go Siege. Take the water. Extra troop in. Your 2 daggers and Private Army should probably be enough to take the combat down. It's hard to know. Baron is going to probably cycle a lot of their intrigues out, so you don't really have any idea what they're going to have. They don't know what they're going to have. It's going to be a guess. But I think that's the most effective thing to do here. You got cards you can trash in your discard here. You obviously want to be making the most of your Kwisatz. She still hasn't drawn, by the way. Kwisatz is... Oh, gosh, my voice just totally went there. Kwisatz is the last card to draw here. Might go Arakeen. Goes there instead. Wow. Now, to be fair, what I would actually consider is Helena. If Helena had looked, she might have actually considered going Arakeen with G Manipulation to draw Kwisatz and get that extra turn. Because the problem now is you're going to draw Kwisatz guaranteed, but then you got to cycle through your whole deck again before you can see him. Here, at least if you draw him now, Oh, you wouldn't be able to play because Kwisatz also makes you draw a card, so you're trapped in that respect. So nothing you can do there, actually. There's no way to, like, kind of get him and then have a fresh deck to draw next hand. It will not work, so that is unfortunate. So just takes the high counter now, calls it a day. I think's fine. Noble doing it with G manipulation means she's probably going combat heavy. Here comes Firm Grip to Wealth. And she will pay 2. Ooh, baiting the Baron in here. This is risky. If Baron wins this combat, he could just go full space next turn possibly, or ship, and he takes the Alliance. I don't know if I like this. I really think bumping Spacing Guild was a better play here. This is risky. This is really dangerous. You're begging Baron to make the grab here. Here comes Extended Engineer, so that'll be trash for a point. Gets him up to 5. Now, does he trash Sonic Snoopers now? You say that, but it's not worked out that badly. Like, I wouldn't be against it. Like, it's a bit awkward, but you've got it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. This is really dangerous. I think you should Sonic Snoop now. And, like, or use Cole. And get some of these cards out. You know, Tiebreaker, Tactician, maybe even Cole. And just cycle them out here. And hope for better. No endgame cards have been found yet. So Plans Within Plans is still there. Grand Conspiracy is still there. Lots of options. All of the influence bumps outside of the Fremen's still available. Takes Assassination Mission. Okay, I guess he's eyeing up going... oh, he's going to use that to Cole. So that's the problem, though, is although he's buying that to Cole, I don't particularly like that. You know, you're basically just turning your card into free Solari. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather use it just to straight thin the deck, but okay, I guess. Takes Duncan, Idaho. The other space travel turns up. Other memory turns up here. Wow, Helena might go for that. I think I would be after that as Helena. That feels like a really nice draw. Feels good. Considering Sonic Snoop is here, I think I would just do it now. But looks like he's gonna decline against it. And he does. Okay, so Helena goes Worm Riders instead. Or is that her card? I can't remember. No, she hasn't. Did she buy? She did buy Worm Riders, I think. Yeah, she did. She has the Alliance. I guess it makes sense. So endgame combats here. It looks like it's going to be Helena's plan to catch up here. Yuna reveals for 7. Satellite Band looks pretty good. I would just probably take G Manipulation here. But, you know, all options here. Oh, Balance Ambition turns up. Too late for Yuna. Can't afford it. That's a shame. Might go for a liaison here, but I think totally fine here. So here we go. It's combat. Yuna has nothing. So Master Tactician's going to be fired in here. Now, this is going to be interesting. So Helena is surely private armying here, and that's going to be good enough to take this one down. And I would be doing this. You've got tons of spice. She's going to be considering, do I use Private Army or Allied Armada? This is the right decision. So that'll be 5 swords. That is going to be enough. Baron cannot catch. Helena's going to take this one down here. Bad news for the Baron. He really needed that bump to re-secure the Alliance here. You're a little fortunate that the decision to not just secure the Alliance there did not backfire. That was super dangerous. Real super dangerous here. But there we go. War of Life and Glimpse the path for Helena. What a ridiculous couple of cards here. Spiceman's Flows are just incoming. My gosh. Wow, wow, wow. So, oh, wow, okay, so it's Conflict 7, and it is time for Grand Vision. I didn't see where Helena took the bump, by the way. Oh, she just took it with the Fremen. Just securing that alliance, so just using Spice Status and the rest makes sense. I've no idea. I don't know. I haven't a clue. I was not paying attention to the spice there at all. I have no idea if they took the spice there. I mean, it's a bit awkward. Right, we're back, everyone. So just had to pause to have a look. They did not take their spice, so it has been added on. So Baron here is Paul Guild Ambassador. So the question is, how does he take his alliance? And I think the short answer is unless he Hail Marys his snoopers and finds bribery or guild administration bonuses, I don't think he can take it. He's going to use Expedite here to get the troops in. So he's going to take the spice away. He needs to do... needs to do that first. So he's going to take the spices there. Is he going to abandon? He is. I think he's abandoning the alliance here. It looks like he's going to give up. I really would have liked to have seen Sonic Snoop and try and pick up bribery or one of the cards. Like, either of those get you there. It's huge. That's just points in the bag. I think that was worth probably spinning for, but decides against it. So, just going to use that. Omni doesn't even bother going to... Interesting. Just to let it go. Like, I think you do it. You're putting the troops in. Grand Vision is the combat here, by the way. Obviously, not good for Helena, because she hasn't been ignoring... Now, the problem is with Helena is that not only has she been not targeting alliances and faction access because of Spy Satellite, she's completely gone against it. And I don't want to say this, like, don't misinterpret here. You can definitely say this is an unlucky first combat for Helena, but she has had plenty of opportunities to still take the faction influence. She's had tons of spice and cash in it to Spy Satellites and still be competitive on tracks, and she has turned it down. So, Grand Vision, you might think is unlucky. You could also argue that's kind of how it goes when you decide to just completely go anti-all faction access. 20% of the time, it's Grand Vision, and that is one of those times. So, that's kind of where it is a little bit for Helena. It's the way it goes. But at least that means that this game is probably not going to end this turn. So, she should use this as a Spice Must Flow turn, probably. And just look to build up her forces for next turn and use that to take the next combat down. I think that's the obvious way that this one is going. Baron eventually does put the troops in. I don't know why he hadn't already done that. So there we go. So Helena finds Quitats now. Diplomacy, Worm Riders. Lots going on here. Kind of curious to see what the plan is for Helena. I would like to see a Chow Murky pull here. I think that could be really good for her. She can also go flagships and just take the point. But then she's crippling her own spice economy, and I don't think that's really necessary. So, having some spice on hand is really good for her here, because obviously Island Marsh wants to keep hold of. So, I would like to see Chow Murky. And then you can use Glimpse and Water of Life to draw tons of cards. You're guaranteed that, and you're probably going to get Spice Must Flow. I feel like that is probably the best opener for Helena. I'm trying to look at what else you've realistically got here. And I don't really see a lot of access otherwise. Research Station's doing nothing. You got bags of time to get combat in. Mentat's out of reach. You can't go into Stellar because you don't have to... Even though you've got Kwisatz Haderach, you still can't access Interstellar shipping because you do not have to influence of the guild. So that's out of reach. I don't really see what else you've really got here, to be honest. You could go Imperial Basin with, like, Worm Riders and just take 4 spice. You've got so much as it is. You should really use it. So I would like to see Dagger to Tech Negotiation. Take Flagship, take Chow Murky. Either one, depends how much spice you're willing to commit. One is a bit more pressing than the other. I think Chow Murky's better here. But is going to go for the basin play and just stock up on a load of spice here and use this to just get troops in here. I don't know. Helena has been made a point of getting involved in combat super early, and I just don't think this is the most efficient, so this is a little risky. Tessie takes the spice instead of going Research Station. Fascinating choice here. What's the plan? Is Tessie Avernius eyeing up, is she eyeing up, Shoalfleet? Is she eyeing up Chow Murky? She has no access to any of the guilds. Whoa, a minute. Helena didn't even go shipping? What? She didn't even go shipping. That was the only card that led together and she just bypasses it. What is going on with this one? What the heck? Treachery in hand for Yuna. Oh, here's a play. Okay, here comes Guildization. So that's locked out. So Baron is Guild Ambassador is not doing a whole lot now, just taking up spice. Here's a play for Unimoritani. Uses Guild Ambassador and then discards, maybe even discards Treachery here, and uses that to get the extra troops out. And hope you draw it again, I guess. Or do you use Treachery for its actual double bump ability and go, like, Secrets or something? You could use it for the Fremen and just take that point. You could use it for the Emperor, but you're probably going to secure that point elsewhere with Firm Grip. You'd imagine you're going to probably find your way there. A lot of options. Shadowblade Reckoning, this game ends if you don't get the Emperor Alliance. Interesting call. Really think that Tesia is going to find 3 points in this turn? Could be a little bit of gamesmanship fun going on here. Units are going to open up with Doom, but what are you doing with Doom? You're just going to smuggle? I guess smuggling's fine. Interstellar is also now open. Wow, just goes down and up. Doesn't even go up and down. I think I would have preferred to do that and try and take a tech, but I guess you have nothing really to do tech-wise. You have no spies. They're all pretty expensive. What is happening? Declines that? What is happening? It is Treachery. Treachery's being used. Being used for this. Oh, going straight. Taking the Bene Gesserit Alliance from Teti's hands. Wow, it's all happening here. Finds advanced weaponry, which can go online. Finds the Matching Envoy. That's pretty sweet. Wow, it's all happening here. Oh, this is kind of chaotic. I didn't think this was going to be a particularly heavy fought combat here, but everyone is throwing troops in immediately. Tesia Vernius still can't get hold of Swordmaster. She has no access there. What is happening this turn? This is ridiculous. Baron is up. Baron's got to go flagships here, right, with Guild Ambassador, right? You gotta go it, surely. I don't see what else makes any sense. I need Cham shares. You've only got 5 points. The problem, you are kind of a little bit behind here. It's a little awkward. But, I mean, it's just right there, isn't it? You know, you're buying flagship for 6 spice, basically. That's pretty good. 6 spice for just a point? And the threat of flagships? Yeah, it does decide to do so. Yeah, here we go. So it takes it there. So that's the point. So back down to 1. And that'll be 6 points for the Baron here. Baron has still not Masterstroke, by the way. Although Masterstroke is struggling for use now. It's only basically securing the Fremen point here. So it's going to feel pretty bad when he eventually does that and turns over the Fremen. But the Spacing Guild Bond is doing absolutely nothing here. But Baron had chances to go Hardy Warriors and declined to do it. So in this bizarre opening of the game, it's really made this play out really strangely. So Helena's got 3 points. She has effectively 6 courtesy of Spice Satellites. She's still getting 3 points for it. Helena kind of wants to get second place in this one and probably will. She is back up here. Kwisatz is in hand. Don't know what exactly. They're having a chat about Shuttle Fleet here. Oh, he's changing his mind. Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty significant. So they're going to use Shuttle Fleet here, and they're going to change it, and they're going to keep the same front here. That is fascinating. So flagship point is lost. Change of plans here. He's going to use it for the faction influence here. So gets it back with the Bene Gesserit. Does he just take the Fremen point now, or does he go elsewhere? I think I'd go elsewhere and rely on the fact you're putting it. No, it just takes it now. So just giving up on Masterstroke here, doing absolutely nothing this game. So up to 7 instead. I think he's concerned this game might end this turn. He is a little worried about that, so he's just trying to go for maximum points here. Looks like that's the worry. So looking to cash in Charm shares, I imagine. Might even go Imperial Spy, potentially. I think Imperial Spy to, like, Wealth. And then just looking to basically Sonic Snoop, all those stuff. Might even go Conspire, maybe, if you're really fancying kind of crazy stuff. So Helena's going to take flagships instead, surely. There we go. Yeah, that's the other problem. Pegarteas. I don't know, man. I think Flagship was the right choice over Shuttle Fleet because you're just allowing Elena to take it. She doesn't want to take Shuttle Fleet. You're just kind of giving her the point here. So she's up to 4. How much use she's actually going to get out of Flagships is another question. But there is just a straight point. So see what the plan is. Tezia back up here. Tezia does not have any... She has to use an action. Has no access to Mentat or Swordmaster. Much to her frustration. 7 points, but feels really dicey here. Everyone effectively on 7 points. This is super close, this game. Remember the table as well. This is a super, super close group here. If Nurgle's here... He has 7 points after 3. If he can win this, gets him to 12 from 4, that's probably some sort of qualification. Not guaranteed. But whoever wins this game is probably through to the next round. And in the case of Elzarius, would be guaranteed. Tezia Vernius is going to conspire. What is happening here? What is up with all the cash? She finds bribery! What a ridiculous pull! Wow. Wow. That is enormous. Oh my god! Tezia can use that! Oh, the Emperor Alliance is going! Potentially. Oh, she has to reveal now. Why is she revealing now? What the heck? Misclick. What's he doing? I was going to say, oh, she has no extra action. Oh, it would have been great. She could have gone recon, used bribery to get the double bump the Emperor and the extra troops in, send everything in, win, and then double bump again and take Emperor Alliance. Would have been enormous. But it's not going to be the case. So Yuna is up. Yuna's got Signet Ring left. She's got Guild Chief Admin. She's looking at techs. She can't really afford any of them. I don't know how she expects to get any of those. What do you do here? Does winning this combat do you a lot of good? Obviously, if you win the combat, it secures Emperor Alliance, you would imagine. You've also got the Fremen you have not acted to. So just going to get the shipping done now. It's going to take the bump. Obviously, that frightened of... I don't know why you should be frightened of that, though. Like, it's... I don't know. Bit of an interesting choice. I guess she's fancying... she's going to go combat next, and she's going to try and take this combat down and just take the dial. But I think that's what this is kind of stating here. Interesting choice to try and secure the Bene Gesserit. I would... I don't like that. No, I think you take the Solari and just use Signet Ring and use that to get a Spice, a Troop, and a Bump. I think that's far more valuable here. Don't like that choice. I guess she's not intending to use Signet... If she does that and uses Signet Ring, is you... No, Yuna cannot be considering going... What's going on here? Is Yuna considering Dreadnought here? But she can't pay for anything. She doesn't have enough spice. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, what Yuna's plan is. I don't know what her next move is at all. Something strange is coming. Baron is up here, by the way. So Baron is probably staring at this thinking, what is happening this one? I think just Imperial Spy to Wealth is not bad. What else are you doing here? You can go Mentat. I guess Mentat's not bad. I think given the situation and just like the weirdness of this battle and this entire round, I actually don't mind Mentat, actually. See what everyone else does and kind of use it to better influence your decision. Wealth is probably going to remain free, even if you don't draw any better, and like the game says do not get involved in this combat. And you've always got reinforcements. And you would like to reveal that after everyone else has passed, so like they can't like see it and then kind of affect what they might decide to do a little bit. So I think I like the Mentat here. I think I like the flexibility of the action here. Just buys you a little bit of time, kind of sees what's going on here. Means you can't use charm shares and reinforcements. If you're that scared of this combat ending this turn, that's obviously a problem. But do you think this game's ending this turn? How is Tezia finding 3 points here? She only has 7. Remember, the 8th point for Holtzman does not come online yet, so she'd have to find 3 points right now. And I don't think that's possible. I don't think there's any way she can find it. Goes Imperial Spain now. I don't know. I would have liked to have waited for that, but okay. So 2 cash. Card is trashed. Gets the intrigue. We're about to see some Sonic Snoopers. We can't see what it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, we found it. So challenge is being played now. Found ambush, which is never too bad. Here comes Water of Life for Helena. So Helena eyeing up. Wow, look at this. Oh my god, that's twice now she's tried to get a load of cards and found just loads of, like, combat stuff here. She's trying to buy Sponsors Flows. It's not happening. But her deck is very combat-oriented. It's finds Stilgar, finds Guild Admin. A lot of stuff happening in this game. This is a pretty wild stuff here. What do you want to do here? I have no idea. I honestly don't know what you do. Like, the players should know you've got Kwisatz, because, like, you've had it for ages and they've not seen it. So they know it's in your hand. So they know you're going to have 2 actions. So players should be kind of a little bit observant of this. Tezia's 2 troops surely are going to do nothing here. They're not going to get hold of the spice at all. I don't know what Helena does. I really don't know what's beneficial here. You feel like you need to win the combat, but the combat's so bad for you. So do you want to stock up? How are you going to do that? How are you going to get the spice? You could even go Kwisatz to, like, Conspire, which wouldn't be the worst thing for you here, all things considered. But you can't really... You'd have to go, like, you can Glimpse the Path and then Siege and then look to hit up a research station with Kwisatz. It'd cycle through almost the whole of your deck. So you might find Kwisatz again next round, and you've got a decent chance of getting Spice Must Flow. I don't really see what else you've got here. This isn't a combat you want to win. You've made this readily apparent. I think that's the only thing I really see here. Siege and then Kwisatz to Research Station with Glimpse the Path. And just try and get the Spice Point. Or you can go Stilgar. Actually, no, you can even say you can use Stilgar to go Siege and get double water. And then Kwisatz do it that way and save Glimpse the Path for next turn. Or even alternatively use it if, like, you're one short of Spiceless Flow for whatever reason. I really don't see what else you've got here. I don't think anything else here is really effective. Revealing now does nothing. You might as well use the actions here. So I think that's what I would do. Stilgar Siege, Kwisatz Research. Kwisatzing now to Arakeen. Wow. Okay. Well, finds a way conclusively to Spice Must Flow here. Has 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 in hand. Didn't expect the Kwisatz now. Maybe was hoping for G manipulation for the spice. Didn't find it. It's in there somewhere, but didn't find it. So I think that was partly the plan there. So Elzarius reveals, doesn't buy anything, which I think is fine. Just going to hold fire here. Yuna is going to make her way to Carthage. She wants to win this combat here. Finds Demand Respect. Oh my gosh. Whoa, what a card. Here comes Advanced Weaponry. I think. Well, here comes Signet Ring first. So that's going to be the bump here. So it's going to be a ton of troops and 1 extra. So that's going to be... She can throw all sorts of violence into this combat here. +1 for the garrison because of the Signet Ring here. I'm pretty sure they have not taken that. There we go. And here comes the Dreadnought. So in it comes. Now, interested to see if she's going to put it in. You feel like you should put it in, but I'd have been slightly tempted to hold back and actually not put it in and leave that for next turn. And just put in troops instead. Because the problem is, once this Dreadnought goes in, it's committed. Wow, but yeah, Demand Respect has totally warped this play. I don't think Unit does anywhere this heavy, but finding Demand Respect is suddenly like, hello, we have to do this. So, bumps incoming here. Stage Incident is what they fear. So they think Yuna's going to win this game. Well, stage instant, it's not going to be. But there's going to be points elsewhere here. They're worried it's stage incident in the double bump. They know there's 2 double bumps coming for Yuna Moritani here. Even the Fremen's going to be in danger here. This is pretty insane. What a ridiculous turn this is. So Baron reveals. Baron's got to put reinforcements in here, right? I think he has to. Given, like, Yuna, she's suddenly at 8 points here. I think this is reinforcements time. I think to wait is super risky. He has 6 strength. Reinforcements gets him to 12. Tiebreaker's 14. Ambush is 18. Oh my god, he's gonna pass it! He does! Oh my good grief. That is... He doesn't believe this game's over. He doesn't believe it. He thinks there's still time. Wow. Baron Harkonnen is holding on here and hoping this game isn't over just yet. What a gutsy call. Kind of nuts. I'm not going to lie. That seemed an insane decision. I don't think I would have done that myself. I think in that situation, I'd have felt compelled to get involved here. It feels terrible because you feel like Yuna's just got to have a combat card and this one's over. But you've seen quite a few combat cards. There's only so many in the game. She's only got 2 cards in her hand, so it might be good enough. So Yuna's going to go Siege here. So she's praying up for Research Station next turn. Here comes this. Finds Urgent Mission. Big card for Yuna. That alongside Quiz at Haderach is kind of ridiculous. So potentially 5 or 6 agent actions next turn, which is totally absurd. Unbelievable. So here's the reveal. A bump for Yuna, who will go Interstellar if she can next turn, or just smuggle. For to buy. I would just take it in the shadows. It's just there. Just don't let anyone else have it. It's such a good card. It's like one of the best cards in the game. Especially if it's 2 price. I just take it and deny. Like, you don't need it, but you definitely want anyone else having that. You are defending the Fremen Alliance, the Manchester Alliance here. It's still risky. Takes Fremen camp. Gurney Halleck turns up here. Unfortunately, Helena is not going to be able to take that, but she's going to take it in the shadows here. Helena is going to reveal for 4, 6, 9. Oh, she used Pioneer, so she can't. So it just takes the Spice of Slow point back up to 5. So here we go. It is combat. Baron, I don't think he's going to bother playing here. I think he's happy with 3rd. Helena passes Elo Domada. She waits as well. Oh my gosh. Whoa, hold on, whoa. Oh, whoa. Hold on. How's he playing that? Whoa. How? But he was first. Like, what? Okay, well, I'm going to let them play out here. As far as I'm concerned, he had passed, Lena had passed, and everyone had passed this. I don't know how he's got able to use that. I have no idea. But it happened. So Demand Respect comes out. She's going to take 4 bumps on the Fremen. You know it's coming, right? Here it comes. And all of a sudden, Helena's going to be a little nervous about that. Wow. All sorts of insanity here. Sleeper must awaken for the Baron. What a ridiculous pull here. Diversion for Yuna. She might get some use out of that. She can go Hardy Warriors. Oh my god, it's asking for Hardy Warriors and Diversion is still the Alliance. Yuna's going to have 4 alliances in this game. What is happening? Oh, this is wild stuff. Tezzy's just sitting here just wondering what is happening in front of her here. So here we go. Probably the last round of the game. It is the battle for Arakeen. Yuna gets the bonus troop. Feels good. How are people's last hands? Yuna draws horribly. Helena's isn't great. Tezzy's isn't amazing either. No one's got fantastic hands. They're all a little dicey here. Ooh, this is awkward here. This is trouble. What on earth is going to happen? I have no idea. It's going to be between Helena and Yuna for the combat here. I don't see how Tezia... But Tezia can find a way to win it. It would be enormous. Tezia is eyeing up spies. Maybe she's eyeing up Chow Murky. Holoprojectors, maybe. I don't know what she's going to take from the smuggling here. I think what she was going to take is probably gone. It got pinched. Can Tezia Vernius find her way to Highliners? Can she get hold of enough spies to do it? I don't know. She can bribe with the Emperor at any point she goes into combat and get in 2 extra troops. That is huge. The double bump is going to put pressure on Yuna here. This is very close. Like, I mean, Yuna is favourite going into this, but it's hard to know how this is going to go here. Baron fighting Sleeper Must Awaken is a great makeup for Guild Ambassador being basically dead. That's pretty insane. What is going to happen here? I have no idea. Absolutely no clue. Here we go. Helena is first to act here. G manipulation to start. She's drawing cards. She desperately wants to find Kwisatz. Desperately looking for it. Begging to find it here. Here goes the dagger. So, troops in. Gonna take the redraw. No way! What? Are you kidding me? That's a 10%er? And just peels off Kwisatz Haderach like it's absolutely nothing. What in the absolute hell? I cannot believe that. Wow, that is monstrous. What a pull for Helena. No sweat, just binks it off. Wow. So, Tezia's up. Tezia surely has got to be going. Has got to be going here. She's going to a Signet Ring. She's going to save Smuggler's Fopter for something else. Interesting. Maybe she reckons that no one's going to go smuggling. Yuna might well still do so. Her hand is really horrible, though. So here we go. Yuna's got to go down and up. So, down and up for Yuna. We'll put her there. Chow Murky is taken for the double draw. I think this is the right call. Secret Forces. Oh my gosh. Poison Snooper as well. That's pretty nice. How does she find Secret Forces? There's 4 troops in reserve here. It's a rally troops just sitting in hand here. Send it into combat. Pretty absurd. A bump to take. Might as well take it with the... Oh, and here we go. Here's the double bump. Here comes Emperor Alliance. The steel is on. So takes the Snooper. So that's 2 more garrison troops, which is pretty nice. She gets an extra bump from the Snooper. She gets an extra bump from spacing. And she's going to get the extra bump from bribery. Oh. Oh my goodness. And here it comes. And Yuna Muratani can do nothing about it. But there's a problem with this strategy, though. That is awkward now. There's so many troops in garrison for Tezia. How is she ever going to get it deployed? That's the only problem. The timing is out here. You wanted to, like, do this later. This is why I would have gone Smuggler's Fopter first and then use Signet Ring later on a city. So you can actually put these troops into action here. Now you've just got 8 troops in garrison. And how are you ever going to get them deployed? You haven't got rapid mobilization. So I think this is completely right play, but I think this was too soon. It's a turn early. And now, tons of forces, but they're doing nothing. Takes the spice, might as well. Yeah, this is all good. And Secret Force does nothing. She hasn't got High Council. She never went there. Didn't even realise that. Wow, Tezia Vernius, well... I think Smuggler's Fopter was the play, and then you do exactly that later, and you hold on. I guess you're concerned Yuna's going to try and protect with firm grip. I guess you have to get in front of that. I can understand that decision. I guess I get it. It was a little awkward. You'd rather just take the Alliance and just have the troops garrisoned, I suppose, but it feels awkward. So Yuna Muratani has fold space. She's got Dispatch and Envoy, which saves her with her daggers. Diversion's sitting there. I think Hardy Warriors has got to be the play. and you use that as a surrogate shipping. Oh, and you can take the alliance. Oh no! Oh no! No, no, no! Oh, I think she's missed a trick. Oh no! The Fremen alliance was there to be stolen. Dagger, hardy warriors. You get 4 troops in, pays for diversion. Wait, she had tons of money? Oh, she's going to do it this way. Okay, she's just going to take the double bump with this way and shipping and do it. Okay, this is fine. I did miss this. I didn't really get so much. I think how much money you can get from smuggling here. Oh, she's taking back to the Emperor Alliance. She might still find a way to hardy warriors before this is all said and done. This is carnage. So, Una takes the point back. So, bad times for Tesia. That's pretty frustrating. Nothing you can do about that. Wow. Oh, and she's going to do it as an envoy. And here comes diversion. Oh my gosh, she's going to do it both ways. Oh, no, this isn't illegal. Hold on. Oh, hold on. This can only equalize. Oh. Yeah, there's been 4. How there been 4 bumps for Una? Yeah. There we go. All right. Yeah. So I think there's okay. So yeah, it should only be equalized. So she's had 2 bumps with this 1, 2, and then 3. I don't think it should be up top here. I think it's only equalized. I don't think she can take the alliance like that. You're getting 2 bumps here. Can only equalize here. Yeah, cannot take it. Cannot take it. Yeah, I think it's equal here. I know we shouldn't get involved here, but I think that was 1 too many. So 1, 2, yeah. So 1, 2, and now diversion plays for 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. So 1, 2. Oh, there is 4 here, and then Okay, so diversion. So this is count through. Hold on. So count through. So diversion, signet ring. So diversion for shipping, signet ring, Fremen access. Yeah, okay, we're good here. So this is now correct. So again, just had to correct that there. That was 1 too many. I think the alliance was going to be taken wrong in that, I'm pretty sure. Wait, 2? Oh, oh. I haven't been paying any attention to troops. That's for them to resolve. I haven't a clue on that front. I was just keeping track of the influence there because that alliance was going to be taken prematurely. Yeah. As far as troops concerned, that's them to return to a result here. This is the problem sometimes when you do an action, you basically fulfill it, and then you suddenly change it last minute. I think what you should look to do is just an egg of it. Is just take everything back. Go back to where you started, and then retake your whole turn. Otherwise, you get in these situations where it's a bit confusing and kind of not necessarily knowing exactly where you're at, and you're trying to work out what happened. So that's the only thing I would say, just from an etiquette point. If you're in these games, you do this. I think it's totally fine, unless you've, not made any particular changes, and, no one else has taken turns. I think it's okay to do this. But I think you are better off just taking your entire turn back, go back to the start, and then do what you actually wanted to do, and then go forth from there. That's the only thing I would say here. Okay, I think we're basically happy here. Looks like so we're ready to move on. So it is back to the Baron here. So say that's pretty important. That I don't want to step in, but that alliance deal, that's particularly important. So Baron's just going to go ahead and take the 2 spies with Mentat. And wait to see what happens. I think Highliners are incoming here. I think this is being prepped. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, big decisions here. So, Helena has 4 actions. She's got 2 of her cards, and she's got Kwisatz here. I would be probably opening up with Research Station. I think you need as much information about the cards in your hand as soon as you can, because you've got so many actions. I would be glimpsing the path, and I would be probably signet ringing to the research station and just get a ton of cards in your hand and use that to kind of work out more and how to use your turn effectively. I don't think there's any reason to really subterfuge about having a ton of cards really early. I don't think that's a big deal. If anything, I think that makes you tricky to play. However, the thing, of course, complicating this is the Fremen Alliance. And Helena feels like she has to defend this. Now, does she Kwisatz immediately to, like, steel suits to protect? Yeah, they're just querying how she's so high, yeah. So that's why she has 4. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. Ignore that. So just querying how she got 4. Remember, there was 2 for demand respect, 2 for winning the combat, and then went for the Fremen access for the 5th one. So that's how she's at 5 steps. I think you have to use Kwisatz now. You don't want to, but I think you just Kwisatz to wow. I mean, okay. Yeah, use it that way instead. So gonna do it this way instead. Has to secure the alliance. I think I would have preferred steel suits, but okay. Well, Paul's pyre, so it didn't really matter in the end. Okay, good times. So get them in. Gonna tighten this up here. It's a little bit messy here. There we go. Okay, so Tessia Vernius has one more action in this game. Can she find Spice Must Flow? Will she find it? It's been kind of a peter out for Tiz. Not gonna lie, she was looking really good early game, but has kind of petered out here. Oh, she finds it. She does get there just. So use Snooper. Might as well just keep it. There's no point trashing cards at this point anymore. But she finds the persuasion here, so that's kind of good. So that's nice. Might as well throw troops into combat here, but again, yeah, this is just the way it's worked out for Tessia. If she'd have gone Fopter first and then gone Signet Ring, she could have like 8 forces in this combat and be competitive and pushing unit and probably securing 2nd place here. As it is, just nowhere here. So this is bad news for Nurgles. He is in trouble. 2 forces go in kind of meekly, hoping maybe to find their way to 3rd spot. Una is going to be up here with Fold Space. What do you want to do here? I think it's basically impossible to get a Spice Must Flow here. So I'm not really sure what to do. I guess you could just Hail Mary it. With, this is going to be the last turn. And it's pretty insane. Nearly 4. Yeah, power play and thingy here. Gonna just take the water. Just denying people from access to research station, I guess, is fine. Hoping for a draw. Oh, finds it! Wow, that's pretty nice. Actually finds their way to a city access here with Water Peddlers Union. So very fortunate there. We'll get a hit of research station. There are maybe worlds you find supposed to flip. It's exceptionally difficult to find it, but you might get there. Who knows? Baron with 3 actions. Can the Baron spoil this one? Can he find a way to get over the line? He will have to highline it to do it. He might feel he's got to do it now if he's going to do it. He might feel he's got to get the forces in, not let Helena take it. I think we might see it. It's a little awkward here, but I think I'm okay with using... The problem Baron's concerned about is having enough spice for Super Must Awaken. But to be honest, is the Baron going to reveal? I think the Baron's going to reveal. He has 9. It's 2 points. But he doesn't have memo quarters. That might tempt him. Oh, no. I think I would be going... Selective breeding here and try and push for the bonus point and still get Spice Must Flow. I think I go selective breeding here. Memo quarters is an option. You've still got Sonic Snoopers. Oh, I think he's considering just straight revealing here. and just taking 2 points and just shutting his eyes with 10 and hoping it all works out with tiebreaker. Tezia has Chell Murky. I don't think that's going to matter. I don't think she's getting to 10 in this one. He's strongly considering it, but I think there is still life in this game. Selective breeding, trash diplomacy, make it trash itself, get a couple of cards, and maybe you find a way to steal suit and you take the Memo Coder's point and you still have enough Spice plus Flow. I think there's still reason to do it. You have tiebreaker, so like the endgame Spice is irrelevant. You're going to be winning it, so you've got Spice to use. I would not be instantly revealing here. I think there's still life in this turn. But I think it starts with selective breeding. You need as much information as possible. Like I was saying with Helena, like with going research station potentially. I think you have to do the same thing here. Signet ring it's going to be to Carfag? I don't like that at all. I think that's really kind of... I don't want to say it's weak. It's not doing a lot. You've got to make decisions here. I think you could selective breed or you go highliner. Finds the selective breed play. Good job, Baron. Good job, Pegarteas. That's a really good find. Oh, draws horrible. Oh my god, he draws disgustingly bad. Has nothing. Oh, that's a horrible result for the Baron here. Ooh. Oh, Baron Harkonnen. We might be able to get away with this, maybe, by going highliners and then hitting Great Flat immediately and still getting Sleep Must Awaken. That's the only thing I see, but that was a really wretched draw. He's barely trashed any cards over this game. He basically hasn't trashed any cards this game. The only card he trashed additionally was Assassination Mission, and he picks it up to trash immediately, so that's the price you pay. Spiceless Flow for Tezia takes her up to 9. Helena went to Arakeen, by the way. Trying to find bonus actions. Doesn't really have any. Has recall, but in a really awkward spot here. She'd have to go Siege and then Glimpse the Path and then try to hit Research Station if she wants more actions. It's not really doing a lot. It's an absolutely must-win combat for Helena here. What does Princess Yuna Moritani do? What is the play here? Yes! Yes! Finds the research station! Finds the research station! Do you get lucky? Do you find your way to 9 persuasion? Needs to find 5 persuasion and 3 cards. There's 2. There's 3. Oh, it's 4. It was close. Very, very close. Unlucky. Finds 3 swords, though, I guess. It's not too bad. But 1 short. Unfortunate there. It was tough to find 5 out of 6. But the cards were there for it. Here comes Sonic Supers from the Baron. He's going to trash it. Now, I think this is him saying, I think he's giving up on combat here. So here we go. So they're out of here. Reinforcements is gone. Tiebreaker is gone. Left is very late, though. Can he luck into something? What's good for him? Plans within Plans is like his best card he can find here. Rapid Mobilization. Double Cross. Oh, no. None are any good. Oh, that's terrible, Pauls. He's in a worse spot than he was. They're doing nothing for him. Wow, what does Baron Harkonnen do here? I think he's in jail. He's got to just go Carfag. He's just going to start Hail Marying intrigues here. I think that's the right thing to do. I think you go Carfag, take double intrigue, and pray. Oh, he's got a horror projector. He's got a horror projector Duncan Idaho out of his hand to try and get the spice. He's in a mass rush now to try and find his way to... He finds blackmail, which is actually has some use for him potentially with double cross. He might get himself to third place here over Tezia. Sea Must Awaken is played. Takes the point, which is fine. I'd probably just use Rapid Mobilization, I guess. Like, it's doing nothing, but whatever. So that takes the Baron up to 9 here. Helena looks like she's probably going to win this combat. With Allied Armada, she should win this combat here. So she's going to be at 7 +3 for Spice Arts. It's going to take it to 10. This is going to be super close, this finish. No endgame cards in sight. Baron's going to get up to 10. It's going to be very close, this. Here comes Glimpse. Finds convincing. Perfect. You can use Piter for free here. Piter is a free action. Just send him to Carfag or something. Like, I don't see any reason not to do it. The game ends this turn. Like, it probably ends this turn. You got to feel that it's likely. With 2 players at 9 points and High Council and 6 and 5 cards respectively, and a load of intrigues for the Baron, you've got to feel someone's getting to 10 here. Baron's still with an action. You got to feel like this game probably ends this turn. So I think you throw Piter out here. Urgent Mission does nothing, unfortunately, for you kind of here. It doesn't really do anything. The most you could do is use Urgent Mission, like, last minute to go to, like, High Council and take Restrictive Ordnance. I think that's actually not too bad a play here. Go Carfag, take the double intrigue, finds plans. Plans does nothing for her, of course, completely dead. Finds Refocus, doesn't do anything for her, but she's got plans, which means no one else does. That's significant. Means Yuna can't find it. Means the Baron doesn't have it. Refocus. Picks up Diplomacy. Just want to throw the troop in. Why not? But this is kind of crazy. If Helena goes Restrictive Ordnance, it might cost her. Because this game looks it's going to tie here. So Yuna finds her way to 21 strength. Which puts her in front for now, but it's not going to last. The 8 persuasion was brutal. Takes Gurney. Not going to matter. Baron Harkonnen will... He has an action. He's going to hold projectile Idaho here. Has to... Yeah, doing the maths. Needs 2 persuasion. He's at 7. Oh, finds it! Bang! What a big pull here for the Baron. Huge, huge find. So Baron is going to take us to the end game here. That is 10 points. I expect we'll see a double cross of Tesia and a blackmail to secure second spot here. It's really been unfortunate for Tesia. This game has just kind of really gone against her here. She might hold on over Yuna on just Spice. Might keep her edged for third spot here. It's going to be tight. But I think Baron just reveals here. Reveal, double cross, Tesia, and blackmail to get in front and call it a day. That's 10 points in a third place, and you're just going to have to see if that wins you the game. It's going to be tight against Helena. He might be doing the math, so he might feel he just can't win it now. This is the weird spot. So, if Baron takes the point now, the game ends. If he ends the game now, does he think he wins the game? Can he overcome Helena? The crazy spot is if Baron doesn't take the point, we go on, and the game doesn't end yet. And he can try and win this next round. If he decides to take the point now, he probably loses. He double crosses. What? Oh, he's king-making! He's king-making against Yuna! He's going to double-cross anyways. Well, it didn't matter because Allied Armada is in place, but he's actually trying to king-make here. Here comes Urgent Mission. And now here's going to be the take, I think, for Restricted Ordnance. I think that's the play here. It doesn't matter who you take out. No one has any actions left. You have Kwisatz, so it makes no difference who you remove here. If you're that worried, go Hardy Warriors and take that one. It really doesn't matter. So has 10 persuasion. So she has a spare action to do something. I don't know what. Secrets? I guess? And just take an intrigue and call it a day? You got nothing else to do here. I think you just go Secrets and just take the extra intrigue. And just, you might find something more useful. If you find Call of the Market, that's a point. Grand Conspiracy. Is Grand Conspiracy a point? No, it's not. So you're basically hoping to hit Call of the Market. Sleeper Must Awaken has already gone, so you can't target that. Charm Shares has already gone, so you can't target that. Yeah, try and do some maths here. But Baron took the 10th point, which means this game's ending. If the Baron had just waited. Helena's trying to do the maths here and wondering, if I just get to 10 points... How did she get to 10? But she has 5. I mean, she just wins this game, right? Like, this game's over. I think Helena just wins this. Point for Spice. 2 points for winning the combat. 3 points for Spice. Is going to take it to 11. I think Helena's got this one down. Shadowblade's going to win this. The man who was furthest down on the table here is going to get the win, I think. He's going to get himself to 10 points in 4 games. Might be enough here in this super tight group. So it didn't really matter, I guess, what Baron did in the end. Yep. Just gonna... Whoa. Yeah, so basically just leaving Hardy Warriors to go back, basically. It was a little clumsy how that looked. So just going to ensure the combat here. Well, what's going on here? Whoa. Okay, so that's where we're at. So okay, so it's a bit clumsy here. I think they're going to say because they've taken you've taken it from Carfag, not to change it anywhere. It's a little clumsy here. So secret is going to happen. It doesn't matter. Fine stage incident. Might actually be able to use that Allied Armada and still win the game, which is pretty sick. So Shadowblade is going to win this match here and keep himself in a shot of qualifying to the quarterfinals. Pretty disgusting. He's going to get a point for that. He's going to get points all over the place. He's had to wait, has Shadowblade, for his moment. But he's about to absolutely bomb the tracks here. Yuna has no intrigue, so he can do this with pure impunity. It's all about second place now. Baron has 9, but intrigues are still in play here. People could still find things that works. So blackmail is spent to take the spot. Much to Yuna's disgust, Tezzy is hoping that she's going to be able to hold out here for third. Yuna Muratani, with 3 alliances, is about to come last place in this game, potentially. What is going on here? And then Staged is going to hit it. You can use multiple combat intrigues in one turn. You don't have to do them one at a time. So you should just play them both. I was just trying to make sure. It's like you're never in any doubt. Yuna has nothing, so just it doesn't really matter. So yeah, Helena's going to win the game. Baron, as it stands, is going to be second here. Tezia is going to get hold of 2 Spice and the Intrigue. So she needs the Intrigue to bail her out here and find a point from somewhere. I don't know where she's going to get it, though. A lot of them are out. So combat still. Rewards need to be taken. So Yuna finds Ixion Probe, but does nothing. And the Baron gets to the Victor, which does nothing. So that's going to be all for this one. Shadowblade wins it with 12 points. Baron holds on for 10. Tezia with 9 wins a Spice tiebreak against Yuna Muratani. Oh, she has Holtzman! Oh, I forgot she has Holtzman! Tezia gets second place! And she has Chow Murky anyways. I completely forgot about that. So she finds her way to 10 points. My bad. So Nurgles gets second place. Baron with third. And Yuna Muratani with 3 alliances is last place. What a crazy match this was. We will say hi to the players.
There's Spice Satellites, okay? I forgot you had Spice Satellites, so I was like looking like, yeah, he's no threat. He can possibly score enough points
I'm on 6, poor guy, yeah.
Because Spice Satellites are, yeah, that's the most disgusting thing about them. You always forget about their existence until it's like too late.
Yeah, I played this game for that card, so...
I think
that
that's
was so unlucky. Right? That would have been 10. Actually, it doesn't matter. If I had 10, I would have been, what, third? Yeah.
Yeah, if you had 10, you would have been...
Third, yes.
Third, yeah.
It was a pretty wild match, I'm not going to lie. Like, a lot happened in this game.
Yeah.
Like,
especially at the start, I wanted to scream so loudly.
Yeah, there was some kind of hideous at the start. Everyone had like their moments of like kind of horrendousness that happened to them. It was all over the joint. I mean, how on earth? Like, I'm not trying to be like saying anything, but how on earth a player with 3 alliances as last place? I've never seen that in my life. Like, this has been just the bizarrest game. Helena finding
I wasn't able to
7
finish the
points
game
in
fast enough.
in one round, basically from behind. I mean, like Baron in just this horrible spot of like, do you take the point? Do you think it's going to be enough to win? I mean, there is so much to review this game. Like, it's just absolute carnage. It's a great match, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Placing is green, yellow, red, blue. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah, green, yellow, red, blue. Well, there was some interesting choices that made there. Like, I know obviously you had spy satellites, obviously over here. You still had the option, like, you could have, like, you obviously ended up yeeting Chow Directorship into space, but you decided that you still could have considered taking it and just cashing in satellites for the point, but you decided against it, which I was curious about.
I'm actually free. Red is
You mean catching spy satellites?
Red is free. Third place, I mean.
I mean, spy satellites obviously mean, because, like, you kind of went from... Oh dear, we've lost loads of our lines. You obviously went from, like, kind of... Because obviously with the previous combat, because you'd not only had you gone, like, not particularly interested in faction infants, you've gone, like, completely anti it.
How about somebody else?
So when Grand Vision comes out, that's pretty hideous, and you're just like, what do you do here?
That's true. But I decided to get the spice because I wanted the option to go to Highliner also. And yes, like my game was mostly in that way. I had like 3 points there. I was sure that I was going to have an spice must flow this turn and win the conflict probably. So if I got another conflict but Grand Vision, I will get enough points to win, I guess. I was guessing.
Yeah.
I was lucky with the stage incident intrigue at the end, but it didn't matter, I think.
Yeah. I think you also got a little fortunate as well, because like, I think Yuna was eyeing up just taking obviously the Alliance here, which was the plan, and then Tesia jumped the Emperor first, so took the attention away. So there's a little fortune there, perhaps.
I couldn't do anything there. I also was unable to grab a spice when there was like 7 because I didn't draw my yellow square, and then I was trying to get the Wizard Haderach and then reshuffling, but it was the last card. I draw 4 cards that turn, and it was the last one remaining.
Yeah.
So it was like I draw 9 out of 10 cards, and I didn't get it. So I didn't get much millage of the Wizard Haderach. I just used it 2 times in all the game.
Yeah, there was a lot of weirdness. I mean, like several times, like especially with Nurgles, like just didn't find any triangles, so couldn't get up here to get Swordmaster and Mentat. That was brutal. Happened like twice.
That's terrible.
That was pretty disgusting. But that's the problem when you trash both your daggers. You know, that's the risk. That's the problem.
Yep. That can happen. All right, guys.
The opening move was just so weird.
Yeah.
Because I was so sure Baron's gonna run away with this game after like he didn't like go block neither Hardy Warriors.
There was so much non-blocking going on. I mean, even the very first action going like still suits of the fold space, and then Yuna didn't have access. There was so much weirdness.
Well, I mean, even if I did have access, I wouldn't have went. You know.
No. You didn't need to use smuggled and sort of thing. It was just a really kind of bizarre way this game kind of played out. Lots to look back and review on.
I think we drew almost every victory point in Trig except like Grand Conspiracy, I think.
In the end, I mean, there was tons of combat cards that came out early, so that made things. It was very fun.
Oh, so it was just me not lucky with Intrig cards, as always. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it helped, but like you had to come from behind. You had to kind of wait. You need a couple of events to kind of go in your favor to give you the time you needed to get back into it, which happened. And then you had to kind of like somehow circumvent Grand Vision, which obviously is not fun. That was a horrendous combat to come out. Anything there better you think is like good times instead of that. So that's never particularly fun. But no, it was I think everyone played pretty solid. You know, you look back at the game and think there was a decision could made. Does Red like take more actions to defend this? You know, especially when Yuna starts finding power play and then gets treachery, and obviously that's a concern. Stuff like that. Firm grips there, but you know, hindsight's 2020. It's always
Really,
hard to
I
know.
had no access to defend that. I mean, I draw this card way too early, and I had to play it somehow, use this card to get this point, and well,
Yeah, and then you obviously stuck with like obviously getting Sonic Snoopers early. And you kind of had to like play a little bit of a hindered turn, but like it was there was one turn where you could have like thrown a diplomacy at Fog Space just as your last action. Nothing else would have happened. But it's like in the end, units just had so much influence firepower. I don't think it would have particularly mattered. So let's have a look at the group tables before we bring this video to a close, and how razor tight can this be? Savfk qualifies. He will be guaranteed one of the 2 places to make it through to the quarterfinals. Congratulations to him. But everything to play for everyone else this game. Even James. James can still win this and still potentially try and find his way into the wildcard round. But yeah, Elzarius is going to be sweating hugely. Shadowblade as well, all looking very nervously at the last game for this group, which hopefully we'll be able to cover and show you guys off. I think it'll be a super, super cool match with Savfk, James, Tuma, and Pegarteas. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this wild, wild match. It's good to be doing these commentaries back after obviously having taken kind of a bit of a break. But we will be having plenty more action from the Dune Imperium Cup before all is said and done. So thank you all for watching. We will see you in the next conflict.